He was always just outside all the time, driving anything he had, on the quad, on the bikes, mountain biking, off-roading. Driving was a big part of what he loved to do.
How did you start driving?
I started the day that the accident happened.
What's that first entry? Was it second?
Dustin was riding his motorcycle home. And then he was on our road and I relive it every day.
Dustin Shares was 25 and only a minute away from his house when he hit a black horse laying in the middle of the road with his motorcycle.
I had just gotten out of the shower and we got the call. Just went down the street to it. When we got there, he was conscious, he was on the ground. He was bleeding really very badly. So I got down on the ground, kept trying to hold his neck still, hold him down, reassure Debbie. I was an EMT for eight years up in New York and fireman for 23. I'm trying to tell Debbie he'll be okay, he's all right, he's fine. We'll get him to the hospital. And he wasn't. I mean, because I've seen that before, many times. And I knew we were losing him.
When they got to the hospital, Shares had over 20 recorded injuries and was told he had less than a 5% chance to live past the first night.
In the first month of being in the hospital, they had to perform 3 brain surgeries, and I have complete vision loss in my right eye.
Ray and I, we stayed every night at the hospital when he was in ICU. Some of those nights were really trying. But one night, I was sleeping in the chair, and I woke up to like 5 nurses at Dustin's bedside. And I looked over, and he had blood pouring out of his nose and out of his ears. That was horrific.
I love my family so much. I wanted to fix them, but I couldn't.
And then I have down the day that he said, "I love you." May 28th, he said, "I love you" to me back. When I said, "I love you too." It was all muffled, but I knew what he said. I understood it. I could understand him.
I remember the one day, I had fallen asleep with my head on the railing, that metal thing, rubbing his hand, and he raised his right hand and put it on my back and started patting my back. And he was still unconscious, but it was huge.
This case entails an individual who experienced a severely traumatic event which resulted in a significant traumatic brain injury. TBIs can cause a broad range of consequences. Those can range from physiological consequences, they can entail brain function consequences, executive functioning, and what we consider affective consequences, which means alterations in mood. You can even see personality changes.
You had to mourn the loss of your son in a lot of ways.
He's not our Dustin. He's different.
They're never going to get their son back. They're mourning the loss of their son. He's walking around here every day, but he's a different person.
I don't think I understood in that moment when it first happened exactly where they were in life until Dustin woke up and we started having conversations about what they were going to do next. They had just moved down here to retire here, and this was like their dream property, and they were gonna live here together. Dustin, I think, was here for 4 weeks before this accident happened. It all unraveled in a second.
The medical bills have been just under $3 million so far, and there's going to be a lot more to come. Our retirement fund that we had when I retired is gone. I went back to work. Oh, it's okay, whatever. Take care of the family.
That dream of him being independent and Ray and Deborah getting to live their quiet life in the country like they wanted is over.
His care is just, it's pretty overwhelming.
So his day starts at 8:30 in the morning. You go get him up. Obviously, with one arm, he can't dress himself. So I help him with the shirt, I get his pants on, get his socks on, and then his medicine. So I get his meds out, he takes his medicine. Somebody has to cook breakfast for him. Oh, and brushing his teeth. We have to get his toothbrush ready because he can't put the toothpaste on. Shower time is with Dad. He can't shower by himself. He has to have somebody in the shower to make sure that he's steady. Then we have the nighttime meds, more medicine because of the TBI.
He's got a lot of pain in his, muscles, back, everything. So we go through our daily rituals of, we joke about giving him the Miyagi treatment. And then he just laughs about it. Okay. When I'm home, I'll do it to him all day, as much as he needs it. He's sad because he doesn't know when and if he'll ever be able to work again. He's like his dad. He's, doesn't matter how long you didn't sleep. You just get up and you go to work. Nobody owes you anything. You get up and you go to work.
Dustin's trajectory, his mother's trajectory in life, his father's trajectory in life, and this entire family system's trajectory was altered, completely changed. Not knocked off track to be put back on track at some other point. That's not happening.
The family moved down here. Their goal was to retire here with their 2 sons. Those days are over. And people always try to say, well, how much money is going to be able to fix that? No amount of money is going to be able to make this family whole.